Have you ever really thought about the story of our planet? I mean, from a cloud of cosmic dust all the way to the world we know today. It's a story of incredible violence, unbelievable resilience, and just constant transformation. In this explainer, we're going to take a whirlwind tour through 4.5 billion years to see exactly how Earth became our home. To say Earth is a survivor, well, that's a massive understatement. This planet has been absolutely pummeled by asteroids. It's literally collided with other worlds. It's been locked in ice. The fact that any of us are here at all is just a testament to its incredible toughness. So this isn't just a history of rocks and water. It's a cosmic drama, a story of creation and survival. So here's our roadmap. We've broken this epic journey into 6 key chapters. We'll start with the planet's violent birth, then see how life completely changed everything. We'll move through the age of supercontinents, the dynasty of the dinosaurs, and then the rise of humanity. And finally, we'll look at the future that we're all writing right now. Let's get started. All right, Chapter 1. A planet is born. Our story kicks off 4.5 billion years ago, and you have to picture a really violent and chaotic corner of the galaxy, because before there was a planet, there was just this huge swirling cloud of interstellar gas and dust. Basically, the raw materials for a world that didn't even exist yet. So as this giant cloud collapsed in on itself, it formed a spinning disk. Right at the center, the heat and pressure got so intense that, poof, our sun ignited. And further out in that spinning disk, bits of matter started clumping together, kind of like cosmic dust bunnies. The rocky stuff closer to the sun formed the inner planets, and one of those rocky clumps was a baby Earth. Now, this early Earth was nothing like the beautiful blue marble we know today. No way. It was a hellish, molten world, constantly being smashed by asteroids. Volcanoes were erupting all the time, spewing out gases like methane and carbon dioxide, and wrapping the entire planet in this toxic, primordial atmosphere. But the chaos? Oh, it was far from over. Not long after it formed, our young Earth found itself on a collision course with another object in the solar system. And this one event was going to change our planet forever. A planet about the size of Mars, which scientists have nicknamed Theia, slammed right into us. The impact was absolutely catastrophic. It blasted a huge amount of molten rock and debris out into orbit. And over time, gravity did its thing, pulling all that material together to form our moon, our constant companion, born from an unbelievably violent crash. All right, on to Chapter 2. Life changes everything. So, over hundreds of millions of years, this molten planet finally started to cool down. The constant rain of asteroids from space began to let up. And as the young Earth finally settled, the stage was set for the single most transformative event in its entire history, the emergence of life itself. So, about 3.8 billion years ago, the planet was cool enough for all the water vapor in the atmosphere to condense and rain down, forming the very first oceans. And it was in these primordial waters that the spark of life ignited. The first microscopic organisms appeared pretty soon after. But the planet's next huge transformation, that was still over 1 billion years away. And this next big change was all thanks to these tiny organisms called cyanobacteria. You can think of them as the planet's first photosynthesizers. And their waste product was this new, highly reactive gas, oxygen. These little microbes literally started terraforming an entire world, slowly, painstakingly creating the very air that we breathe today. So, Chapter 3, Age of Supercontinents. With this new oxygen-rich atmosphere, the planet's surface entered this really dynamic phase. The crust wasn't just sitting still anymore. The landmasses were on the move, kicking off a grand cycle of coming together and breaking apart. I mean, it was like a geological dance. Continents would crash together to form these immense supercontinents, only to be torn apart again millions of years later. And this cycle, which happened several times, completely changed global climates and ocean currents. We've even identified some of these giants, from an early one called Valbara to the massive Rodinia, and of course, the most famous of them all, Pangaea. And while the continents were doing their dance, life was getting way more complex. During a period we call the Cambrian explosion, there was this incredible burst of evolution. For the very first time, animals developed hard body parts, things like shells and spines. And crazy-looking creatures, like the famous trilobites, absolutely filled the seas. But this explosion of life, it came to a devastating halt. About 250 million years ago, massive volcanic eruptions over in what's now Siberia pumped just enormous amounts of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. This triggered runaway global warming. And the result was the Great Dying, the planet's most severe mass extinction ever. It wiped out an astonishing 90% of all species on Earth. Okay, Chapter 4, the Dinosaur Dynasty. But extinction has a way of clearing the board for new life. All those empty ecological niches left behind after the Great Dying created a massive opportunity, and it paved the way for a new group of incredible animals to rise up and completely dominate the world. And man, what a takeover it was. For an immense 150 million years, just try to wrap your head around that number. It's way longer than our species has even existed. The dinosaurs were the undisputed rulers of the land. This era gave us the largest land animals of all time, like Argentinosaurus, and of course iconic predators like the T-Rex. And during their reign, they literally watched the world change as the supercontinent Pangaea broke apart, slowly forming the continents that we know today. But their dynasty came to a sudden, incredibly dramatic end. 66 million years ago, a massive asteroid hit the planet right where Mexico is now. The impact threw so much debris into the atmosphere that it literally blocked out the sun, triggering catastrophic climate change and bringing the age of dinosaurs to a close. Which brings us to Chapter 5, the rise of humanity. With the giant dinosaurs gone, the world was suddenly wide open for a new group to thrive, the mammals. For millions of years, they'd been small, kind of staying in the shadows. But now, their time had come. And from this group, one species would eventually emerge that would change the planet faster than any species before it. I mean, compared to the dinosaurs' 150 million year reign, the story of humanity is just a blur. Our evolution was incredibly fast. We started walking upright about 4 million years ago, developed stone tools a million years after that, and harnessed fire less than 1 million years ago. And today, our species, Homo sapiens, is the last hominid standing. And our growth has been just explosive. It took all of human history for our population to finally reach 1 billion people in 1804. It only took another 123 years to hit the 2nd billion. And in less than a century since then, we've soared past 8 billion. This kind of exponential growth is reshaping the entire planet in real time. And so 4.5 billion years of cosmic collisions, microbial revolutions, and evolutionary dynasties bring us right here to the present day. We've arrived at the chapter that all of us are writing together, right now. And our chapter is being defined by some immense challenges. We're witnessing a rapidly changing climate, we're seeing rising sea levels, and a decline in biodiversity that is so steep that many scientists are warning we are actually entering the planet's 6th mass extinction event. Think about it. This planet has survived collisions with other worlds, it's been completely reshaped by microbes, and it's been ruled by giants. And after 4.5 billion years, its future now rests in the hands of a single species. The story of Earth is still being written. The only question is, what will our chapter say?